Alright, hey everyone, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, put the game down and came back, guys. But, we talked to the bookstore owner last time. Pretty much convinced her that her daughter's cold outside and should be inside doing her homework since apparently she's not allowed to go to school. The daughter gave me this really badass detective hat, the Molar Special. We also talked to Mignana, kind of got more information, and the apartment key. Let me go to the tasks manager here. It was... right here. Open this apartment for Everett Claire, and it's actually behind the greenhouse. I kind of put this off because I thought that the apartment door they wanted me to leave open was actually the smoker on the balcony since he's a witness, but I guess that's not the case. So I think we're going to fit in unless it's going to throw us for a whirlwind here, but we're getting pretty close to 2100 hours when we can talk to the balcony guy. And I'm hoping that by talking to him, we can close out some of these other ones where they want us to ask more about the victim's tattoos or who put the clothes in the trash bin, who maybe reported the call. I don't know. I'm hoping some of that stuff clears out. We still haven't found the sad song. We still haven't found a way into the secret passage behind the cafeteria and the kitchen. And then really everything... Well, the pay guard, unfortunately, I might be SOL on that. I have nowhere to sleep, so... I don't have the $30 to pay him. I don't know how we're going to get that. And then close the water lock and run the numbers. So tomorrow in-game, we need to go to Kim's car, make the call, and see what victim's name came up under the serial number, which we kind of already maybe know who the guy is. And then the water lock should be cleared, so we should be able to press the button and be connected to the other part of the coast. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know what I'm going to really do. If I can't find any more stuff, I might... I really don't want to. It says we should keep it, but... Unless we take that check from Everett Claire, but I don't know if I want to do that either. It's all lit up in here, which is interesting. We also have the guys to talk to as well, so I don't know if we want to bother talking to them or not yet. I'm gonna see if I can do the behind the garden shed thing and leave the door unlocked. I'm also secretly hoping that there's some really cool stuff in there that we can steal and either sell or extra cash. Also praying that the guy, whoever I'm supposed to be leaving this door open for, isn't just in there. And our witness is back here, so I feel pretty good about doing it.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
I mean, we might as well see if anyone's there. Let's press our ear to the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Okay, that's creepy. We'll carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
Okay.
I guess no one is in?
The lieutenant looks uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable too. Lieutenant, what is your opinion on the task we're undertaking here?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
The lieutenant replies, still inspecting the padded door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
Okay, so you don't mind if I open the door then?
If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that?
Okay.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Everard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Everard, that's also an option.
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never going to find out what's behind the door.
True. Hey, I want to see if I can steal some shit, so let's do
You
it.
try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
See, Inland knows what I'm talking about. I need some cash.
There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
Okay, logic. I get it. Going in there. Let's trade just in case. Things lit up right here. Oh, hello.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Oh, these are all the racist mugs, and I have one of this broken ones, so maybe this is our guy. Hold on. Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
Yeah, it's not good. What do I mean uncomfortable?
It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making fun of these people.
I mean, that is a slippery thing to do. I don't see these as stereotypes. I think they are honest acknowledgments and differences. Oh, God. I don't think I like the owner of this apartment. We'll just call him a cynical bastard.
You ain't gonna change someone's mind by calling them a bastard. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yeah, see? See, Kim, it's okay. We're in a racist apartment. Maybe we'll get this guy. Whip out our yellow racist mug that we found in the trash.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
Nice, this might be our guy then.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Interesting.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
This is true. Now, can you imagine if I had just accepted the clues and not continued digging through the trash to find that mug that in the beginning, Logic and all of them were saying, you know, this might just be insequential garbage. Why are you picking this up?
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Okay, that's nice. So updated one of our things, so that might have ticked something off the list.
You could ask Everett who this person is once you're done here.
Okay, we might do that. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big mustaches. Interesting. You got cool shit for me. Hello. Inner Solari dress shirt. Okay. Was he just reading a book just now? You can't be that bored, Kim. Hold on, buddy. You almost feel warmth at the red sun of the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
Okay, now, last episode there was a mention of a sun and like a special cross. God, where is that referenced at? Oh, Renee, the old military veteran guy, his war medals. One was a sun and the other one was like a special cross for bravery, right? What's a sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of suzerain. Let's see if Kim has anything to say.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Interesting. Okay.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
What
The
a step
flag
boy.
doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Okay. And then this. The book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open? Okay. Are we missing anything else? Walk into this room. Oh, hello. Hello. Do not walk into the corner, buddy. Instead, we'll grab this. Ooh, the magnesium, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Some type of old hat. He needs something to assist him out of bed. You see that? It's like a pulley to help him get out of bed with. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Okay. Okay, anything else that I'm missing here? I feel like I should be able to go into this toilet area. Sorry, one last look-see, guys. Alright, let's go. You're saying he's a weasel? Interesting. Kim, buddy, you're in the door. Hold on. We need to go. Okay. Let's see. Open the apartment door forever. Let everyone know you've unlocked the door. Okay. And are we at 2100 yet? Gosh, not even close. This new shirt we got. Let's take a look. It is a much nicer shirt than what we have. What are we wearing right now? White satin shirt. I mean, it's dirty, so let's put on a clean shirt. Look at us. So now all we need is some nicer pants, but we're cleaning up. We're looking a little more like a detective, I think. Makes me sad that I can't look at his face, though, with the hat on, but that's the hat we got last time, guys. Okay. Now, this almost looks like there's something in there, or is that just the light playing games? This light's on. Ooh, see, it looks like there's something in there. So can I? Why can't I go in here? Let's trade. Is it like a perception check that I wouldn't miss? Is there another way in? Let's try the back end of this. Oh, see, there's stuff in there. Very well then, game. Oh, right, though. Hold on. I wanted to check if that updated our other stuff here. No, it still didn't count. I mean, I guess we technically didn't ask who it was. We didn't really know, so I won't get too crazy on that. Now, we were able to talk more to Alice, because apparently we just missed the fact that we could just go up here. Which is actually kind of funny, to be honest with you. It was this door. And we did kind of do one more walkthrough to see if we could find anything else. I might be tempted to sell the other stuff, because I will need a place to sleep, but I think we went in here. That's just the other upstairs area. It's like a window here. It says there's someone in here. There's like a fresh chair, but there's no way to get in there. Oh wait, no, I lied. I'm sorry. This is Alice's house right here. Her bedroom. Makeshift house-ness. We've already looked through all these, so I'm going to step out. But just so you guys get a little recap there. Alright, let's go. I'm trying to think if there's anything small that we can do to take up the time here, minus selling our stuff. We also internalized a lot of our old cases, which was good that we did. I feel like I should be able to work that machine somehow. I wonder if we would be able to see the piece of metal that what's-his-name kicked into the ocean. We also got tricked by Kuno. think that Mignana was our guy that took the armor, which is fun. And also found out that he kicked the helmet into the ocean, so we still have a few other pieces of things that we could maybe find, right? I think I decided what's his name can't really sell us anything, which is a shame. There's a light on up there too. So I feel like I should be able to go back there. There's a lot of things that I feel like I want to go back and do. Now, why what's his name won't buy my clothes, I don't know, but I really wish he would though. Alright, a little more looking. I want to go through that other door and see if anything's changed. By that I mean the, what do you call it? It's just easier to point and click. Well, you know, I guess we could tell Claire that we opened the door real quick. Oh, hello. Guess we didn't open this bathroom door. Was this always open? Got plenty of meds. Anything else? Okay. Heck, we got time. Let's just go real quick. Oh, won't let me go over there. Interesting. Picked up all these bottles. Is there anything new we can pick up over here? No? Things broken. I think we already got everything from what's his name's office. We moved this thing, but we still couldn't figure out this.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
In rhetoric? Do we have any points to unlock? I don't think we do. I think we used it for, the other thing. I mean, we could try it.
Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello, is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
A wary smile crosses the lieutenant's face.
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click,
Ooh.
then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich light bending guy? What is going on? Hold on. Deep from within, you hear ahoy, come on in.
You can't be serious.
He's so upset with me. Yo, let's go talk to this guy. Oh my god, what is... We have to come back in 2100 hours. Do we think it's gonna... Oh my god. Look at this mess. What the hell? Mega light bending guy? What the heck? It's like a optical illusion or something. Can we... Why won't this work? What's happening? Why won't I, Oh, this guy. Hello. You're a person right here, right? Bro? Hold on.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details. but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Mega rich guy.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
Okay, so I'm utterly shocked right now. I didn't expect this at all.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
I might not. What the heck?
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
Okay.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Yo, guys, did you see our money down here? Do we get to keep this? What the hell? Wait, there's 1 million. Wait. 15,754,993 dollars? This is gonna be a trick, isn't it? Oh man. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Now he claps his hand. What can I do for you, gentlemen? What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and a yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
Okay.
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
My name's Harry. I'm a detective.
Pleasure to meet you, Harry. Public service is a noble cause.
So, how'd you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
What's the matter, Kim?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is.
Oh, don't get sassy, Kim. We gotta ask all the questions.
And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad.
Okay.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
I mean, rich guy illusion bro is pretty true. I mean, you see a lot of these guys that win, like, the lottery or something like that. They overspend. They don't actually put the money away or take into account the taxes, and then they're totally screwed and they go bankrupt. It's kind of sad.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
Cool. Can I ask you something else?
Go right ahead.
What are you doing in the container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
Okay, we're in Revachol, formerly a colony of the Surinese. We're in Martinaise, a district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. We're in Martinaise. It's a pretty good hostel called the Whirling Rags. We're in Martinaise. Pretty creepy and abandoned commercial area here. I really don't know. Revachol is kind of the state, but technically we're in Martinaise.
Herschel. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stella Maris. I wonder if it's still there. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make much of a difference to you. So you travel from place to place via the shipping container? I mean, there's a physical person that looks like that's standing there, but I almost feel like this is like a recording or something. It's weird. Hold on. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. So wait, why don't you just help them? You've got so much money, it can't make much of a difference to you. So you travel from place to place via the shipping container? I feel like that top one's more of a political answer, but we could play into the heart. Let's see. Well, he doesn't seem all too happy about it, and me being the greedy bastard that I am, I kind of need this money too.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Ah, so you're saying being rich maybe isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I didn't say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Okay. Hey, you're rich, right? Can I have some money to invest?
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Do we want to be a bastard? This is like the one time I would ever assume to be a bastard. That's almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Conceptualization. I don't think we're going to be able to get this. It cannot be retried. So we could come back to this. Conceptualization 5, huh? But is there a chance I could come back for this?
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
pitch me, I'm all ears.
Got it. All right. I mean, this was still a pretty cool experience regardless. Oh my god. We're at $13.94. All the money's gone. Ah, that's okay. And it's snowing. I mean, that's still pretty cool though. So next time we get an upgrade, let's try a few in conceptualization and see how that goes. I mean, honestly, really cool. The whole spectral spirit kind of crazy. Leo's still sitting here? He is. Well, let's go into Everard Claire's office and let him know the door's open. Alright, what's up, bro?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Thanks. I just finished investigating the local drug trade. Do you know there's a mega rich light bending guy inside one of your containers? I opened the door, you asked, can we discuss the murder now? See what he has to say about the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Oh god, he's such a bastard.
Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
I don't know if I want to tell him about the light bending guy. I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. We'll tell him about the racist mugs.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition.
Oh, God.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Okay, well, the mug I found was a similar one in the trash. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear more about that. I mean, we should close out this real quick.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Right.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers, though.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Great technique, you'd make a great detective. There's no police work than whacking an imaginary baton.
Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
He kind of I think he likes when I'm sarcastic with him, so I'm just going to keep the sarcasm up. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear more about what you know.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Okay.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Okay, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Okay, so, we got information from Madame Messier when she talked to other victims that the guy maybe did, S.A. a lady in the village, in Ravachol, Martinez, I should say. And that's why the Hardy Boys took care of him, which, I mean, In an eye for an eye situation, I don't blame him.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Okay, so wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it? Who exactly did the pushing? Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Okay.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Okay.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway,
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company mission lawyer girl? Tell me about the Titus Hardy crew. We really gotta talk to the other guy. Can we come back? Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
a man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revushal. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I'm grinding for the money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. We'll stick it to the middle.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think about this? What are these signatures for? Damn, I really hope I can still talk to that guy. What are these for?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
He studies Evrart.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
What are these signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Okay, well, what will happen to the current occupants, though?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. right next to a fancy new youth centre designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you absolutely sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them.
It's kind of wild because him siding with the left as a social democrat, right? I feel like he's like a shyster, right? Like, I don't know if he's actually really telling us the truth. I don't think, and Joyce kind of pointed it out, right? But you have to kind of wonder if you trust her or him. But Joyce, I feel like, has been anything but truthful, and he's obviously very, like, deceitful, right? So is he just using a political guise to get what he wants? Because, you know, that's why I asked. I'm like, so wait, you're how do you know they're not going to be homeless? And honestly, he probably doesn't give a shit, right?
We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
So where is this place?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
I don't think I want to do this. No.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs. Okay, fine.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Okay. Well, we need to go. Let's, go talk to the guy. It's still open-ended that we can speak to him, so I'd like to just talk to the guy before our time runs out. We will come back to Everett Clare. There's more. Unfortunately, there's just a way you have to speak to him, right? Because I know he's taking advantage of us, right? It's pretty obvious. He has a way that he does things, and, you know, like I said, I don't know. As weird as it sounds, even though Joyce, I guess, is technically more right-leaning, I feel like I can trust her more than Everett Clare, because I feel like he's just trying to take advantage of a lot of people in a bad situation to just make money and have power, right? I don't know how much more I could say to that, or about it, right? But, you know, we were also wrong about the Hardy Boys, but I don't know. So something about Everett Clare really just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't know. I don't trust his ass, not one freaking bit. Not as far as I can throw him, and that's the joke. You can't throw his ass anywhere. So what are we gonna do here? What's our... I mean, obviously, I don't want the mercenaries to hurt anybody, right? But I also know that Everett Clare, just like with this whole drug smuggling thing, you notice how he avoided that too? Yeah. I don't know. Of course, I have no money. Let's hurry. I really hope I didn't miss this. Balcony. Oh, there he is. Nice. Let's see if we can talk to this guy. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
We got your hint. We found the key right under the stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eye.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
things what I that's what I'm aiming for. Yes, honestly, I'm just trying to not screw anything up. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular. Ignore his question. That's what I'm aiming for. Honestly, I'm just trying to do. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
He says. A nearby street lamp casts a shadow to his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door number 28. By the way, I'm really digging the view of the city. Why would I want to meet your friend? Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have a lot of questions. Let's see if we can talk him down here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place.
He looks away.
Martinez is special, isn't it?
He looks away. His cigarette is glowing in the dark.
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
The lieutenant whispers, shaking his head. Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Okay, well, very well. I'd like to still talk to you first, though. I have some questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where? But I've just found you again. Go on if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time. Run where?
To the city.
He gestures
It's a
idly
beautiful night.
toward the motorway. Only if you promise we can talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Brushing his hand through his hair.
Take care, all right?
Interview the Sunday friend. Take care, all right? He says in another disarming smile before slipping into the night.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim? There's something so different about him that I can't put my finger on it. Why is he always leaving?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery.
He says, turning his face away from you. Let's go, Kim. We have other, stuff to interview the Sunday friend.
Right after you.
Oh, hello. A quarterly business magazine? Alright. Do they care if I steal this stuff? God. I guess. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal? Oh boy. Empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in the pot. Flyers for underground parties. Okay. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. I could really use some extra cash right now. Party dragon silk robe. An old photo of the same apartment dated 01. Okay. Bucket of paints on a layer of old newspaper. Alright, do we talk to this little weirdo over here? Is that it?
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man is business casual and removes his cufflinks.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Oh, hold
I
on.
work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Now, Solacleef, was that the village across the canal?
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Okay.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Why would I... Okay, hold on. Point to the bed. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this canopy bed. Show him the silk robe. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from. Show him the samurai hat. Get down to business. I mean, we did pick up these things. Is there a reason we should care? I know it sounds weird, but I feel like the guy that left is sexual. Of the persuasion, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know where I should go with this. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about the canopy bed. Let's ask about the hat. That's kind of safe, right?
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations.
He's alluding to the decade-long War of Independence, while deftly brushing aside the complex causes behind the conflict.
Okay.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers, cold air sweeping in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Okay, so did you actually witness the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
The man gives a solemn nod. Turn to the lieutenant. This could be the break we've been looking for. Is it because you did it, Mr. Valderin? Start from the beginning if you don't mind. Let's talk to Kim.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
His eyes are the speckled man near the window who smiles and spreads his hands. Let's start from the beginning then.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Interesting that drama pipes in on this, not logic or any other ones. This guy might be faking it here.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one.
Okay, it's interesting that we just got back from Everard Clare and he says the whole neighborhood's in on it. So did everyone purposely know this was going to happen? Interesting.
That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
He nods to you. Who were they? Can you describe them? How many of them were there? What happened next? Who were they?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
Okay, how many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Okay, what happened next?
I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women? What ethnicity were they? Okay, were they men or women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
The lieutenant flips through his notes. Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
I don't know if it necessarily matters, but we should ask. What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Okay, what happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
Okay, what do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy, though.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM? You're right. That does sound strange. Why didn't you call us?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping for. I think we have everything we need. Thank you for talking to us, Mr. Villedroit.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Interesting. Okay, we got more skill points, which is good. What's an official like you doing in Martinez anyway?
The Coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Okay.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment? So, you're some kind of bureaucrat? What is this international community? What is the press stable? Okay, so what exactly are you doing here in this apartment, though?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the Coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Okay, I mean, the question's obvious, but we'll ask it anyway. So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is the international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the Coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Okay, so what's the price de stabilité?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what? This is fascinating, but I wanted to ask you something else. Let's just keep going. You got time. Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
It's funny that we ask him this, because this is like a typical politician type, right? You're not answering any of the questions I'm asking, like, at all. Where they always kind of, like, sidestep it with another question.
The Coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure. Give me the leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
Okay. We got a couple more. I've heard about the Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
So, what I'm hearing is that we're Molitarin and bitches. Oh, so we're actually working for the Molitarin. That doesn't seem so bad. We're their bitches.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
Turn back to the friend. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
I think this was a question we've asked ourselves, like, in our inner mind monologue, but I think we are.
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
I would say yes. Because, again, while you think about Everett Clare, a lot of those situations, I feel like, history-wise, where you have communists, socialists, or fascists, right? There's always someone, like an Everett Clare character, that isn't actually playing an even playing field. They're using nefarious tactics to build themselves up, but keep everyone else just at the bare minimum of existence. And sometimes to the point of their communities falling apart, which, again, that's why I was upset about. That's why I asked, oh yeah, you're building this nice child community center, supposedly, but you're building it someplace where people already live. Why do you need to do that except to make them homeless? Or yeah, you just didn't give a shit. But yet, if you're a leftist, left socialist, or whatever he called himself, to me, you would be taking down like a big corporate building, right? Instead. Does that make sense? I don't know. I may be just talking out of my ass here, but I don't know. To me, you would want to take down, quote unquote, the big guy, big corporate, to then make way for like that community center, rather than taking down someone's homes to then put something there. I don't know. There's other means to go about it. I don't know, Kim. Do you feel like you're a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Martinez doesn't seem, yeah, right? Seems like it's a mess. Doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
So what about the rest of Ravachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Ravachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Ravachol must be governed by Ravacholians. Yeah, but see where that's at, though? Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot and heel of capital. Because, again, this community also runs off capital being money. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, because everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living in a bunch of lunatics. It's usually the most boring one.
Not boring, my friend. Responsible.
Yeah, so boring.
Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Can you tell me about the Sur Le Clef?
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern,
Sur la Clé.
urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Ravachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
So what makes Sur Le Clé darling?
Because a great percentage of Ravachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
Okay, so what's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
that it's never going to happen. They enter negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this Espis thing you keep talking about? But what doesn't tell me anything about Kedra itself? Is it warm there, cold, something in between? What is this EPIS thing?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, so what is that? What's the next level then?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
It's going to be like this place here.
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
So then will Revachol become a part of the EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
But you just said that the candidate members never become full members.
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insular Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
Okay, so you still haven't necessarily told me who he is, though.
Sorry. Who?
The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name? Or, so all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study art? No, what's his name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
So what are you doing in his apartment by yourself then?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside. Isn't it rude for your friend just to leave you alone like this?
We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active.
I have something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
Okay.
A moment, officer.
Okay.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later? I'm not going anywhere, I just want to take a look around this apartment. Thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done. Why can't we talk to you later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
We work under you. What are you talking about?
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around the apartment. Thanks for the heads up. Our work is done.
Of course. I'm sorry I couldn't be the break you were looking for. Good luck with the investigation.
Good God. Alright. Well, we made it through that mess. I guess let's go. There's nothing else really in here that we can mess with, so... Okay. Interesting, though. It looks like we got that scratched off the list, right? Perfect. Okay. We locked after 2100 hours. Okay. Let me just kind of look at what I'm doing here. Okay, I mean, our lister's getting smaller for Monday, which is good. All right. So Wednesday, we need to run the numbers for the victims plate and close the water lock on Wednesday. So those two will be kicked off the list. Still haven't necessarily... I feel like we've talked to almost everyone, but I'm sure there's someone else we could ask about these clothes. The victims' tattoos. Unfortunately, we got to talk to, like, the big scary guy whose person was killed, right? He was the lynch victim, right? The secret patches and other stuff are just going to have to be things we wait on. We'll find the cryptozoologist once we open the water lock. The Union Booth guys we could talk to as well. That'll have to probably be for next episode, though. The traffic hooligan, I think we're going to find that escaped vehicle again once we open the water lock, because they're on the other side of the canal. And I have a feeling these guys that drove away with the stuff probably have armor pieces. Find the armored gloves. Ask the little girl, yeah, in the fishing village, so she's also on the other side, to see if she has the gloves. Okay. Holy crap, guys. Let me check our map real quick. So, volition for medium. What was that other one? Not the punch clock payphone. It was something else, but we had one for the rich guy in the thing to propose a, what do you call it? A business transaction with him, right? Which is actually open-ended. I don't think that's actually on our list of stuff. We also got new clothes. What did we get? This. What does this do? +1 to drama and electrochemistry. This seems super bad to do. Oh my god, look at us. That's not something we're gonna do. I am gonna put the, our RCM patrol jacket back on. I think we'll keep it at this. This seems right for now. Yeah. We're gonna take this off, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, none of these other things are open. I have nowhere to sleep, so honestly, we just got to drop Kim off at his apartment, right? I don't know how we're going to internalize any of our stuff, really. These kids are, like, always here. That's cool. Let's keep it going. See, now her lights are on, so does that mean they're here? We can go in there? Interesting. Alright. Yeah, even the drunk guy. I wonder where the drunk guy goes. I don't even know how we're gonna pass this time, you guys. Let's go in real quick. Actually, is this the drunk guy? Hold on. You're new. I'm not gonna be able to get in here, but I wonder if I can talk to her.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Try the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
So I wonder where our lady went. Okay, Alright, so Kim, I'm not gonna be able to get back in here. Yeah, this is not great. Kim, what do we got? We probably should have went through all these in the beginning, but let's just clear this out real quick. I think you should know I don't really remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Just
A
forget it.
moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
What if I want to work this case alone? Beat it, you're cramping my style. Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean, distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
Alright, what does that mean?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me, why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Oh, it's because we take stuff out of stuff? Yeah, we
Passing
do.
along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Alright. Well, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. Because I have stuff we could, in theory, sell. But I feel like... Because this is 13. And the old gun is 11. A broken Belgrave from ages past. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. Why do I feel like we could do something with this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? I just... Same thing with this one. A ball used for playing shot put, a favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. You feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. To sell such a beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin. Can I hold this? I can't, so what? I don't know. We also have points to use as well, so I guess we'll just end it here, guys. I have no idea what I'm going to do. It's nighttime. Gart or whatever, he's probably going to be like, oh, I'm going to eventually go to bed, whatever. You have no home. Yeah, pretty much. Unless we think we can... Only other thing I can think about is maybe when he goes to bed, there was that one abandoned apartment in the building where the smoker guy was. Where we can maybe sleep. I don't know. But yeah, guys. I'll quick save here. Guys, as always, I appreciate you joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.